So I have a pre-question.
Oh.
I have a pre-question. So it's related to speech, but so I have two ways to use my my presentation aid. Do you want me to use the easy way or the harder way? It's your choice.
Easy way.
Or the harder
I
way.
say easy
Harder
way
way.
every time.
The harder way.
That's a half. All right.
Harder way.
Harder way.
All right. All right. So I'll do it the hard way. I just didn't want it to detract from my speech. So that's all on you guys to stay focused on my speech now. All right. I also want to actually thank you all. Without trust in being able to stand up in front of everybody and not being ridiculed, this kind of class just doesn't work, right? So by being able to stand up here and be trusted that you guys are looking out for, not only me, but giving me the best feedback you can, it's that important. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. No, wait. Okay. So now my speech. Okay. So imagine you're in a class, but not this one. Right? So the teacher has a voice that they're just talking and just going on, and your eyes slowly start to close, and then they snap back open. You're like, oh, but the teacher just keeps going, the lecture keeps going, and your eyes start to close. You hear this, Erik. You look up, everybody's staring at you. All right, so I propose that each of you should get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. I am a person who has sleep debt. I felt many of the symptoms and also have tried to offset that sleep debt. I've researched to understand and persuade not just you, but myself to get more consistent sleep. While we all want to be alert, we probably woke up today groggy from lack of sleep last night. It could have been from last-minute changes to our speeches, or maybe just stress from having to speak today. The problem we're going to talk about is sleep debt, the idea that we can make up sleep after we put it off. We're going to go through health hazards that are partially caused by lack of sleep, and then I will show you solutions to make sure we all get enough sleep. Lastly, we will touch on a few consequences caused by lack of sleep. The problem we face today is that just over 35% of us are classified as having a short sleep duration, meaning we have sleep debt, as reported by the CDC.gov website from a study in 2014. Sleep debt is simply the collective effects of not getting enough sleep. With all that we have in our lives, how can we take the time to sleep? If we are in school, we always have too much studying to do. Less time for sleep puts us under pressure to meet our deadline, which causes us stress and does not allow our brains to stop even when we need sleep. Anybody watch Game of Thrones? Right? How about, does anybody binge watch things on Netflix? All right, so a study from 2017 by American Academy of Sleep Medicine found that fatigue, poor sleep, and insomnia are related to binge watching TV. Sleep debt is a cause of health issues as reported by healthharvard.edu website, last updated in 2019. There are several physical issues caused by depriving yourself of sleep. Lack of sleep causes changes in hormones that regulate both appetite and hunger, leading to obesity. Is this a possible cause for America's obesity problems? Type 2 diabetes is also regulated by hormones. The release of insulin after you eat is suppressed by sleep debt. Those suffering from a lack of sleep are also 4 times more likely to develop depression. So, on the other side are the mental issues that go along with lack of sleep. It impairs sleeping by slowing your thoughts, causing you to be unable to make connections, leaving you feeling groggy. Your emotional stability starts to go out the window, anxiety, overreacting, even anger, are all signs of needing more sleep. Ever snap at a coworker or a friend after you don't get enough sleep? Your reaction time goes way down, and you could become a danger by driving or doing anything that has the potential to harm others. Ever drive late at night and suddenly your blinking takes longer and longer to happen? Skimping on sleep is the surest way to miss out. Health issues could take years off your life. We all need sleep. The long-term solution is 7 to 9 hours of sleep, based on an article on sleepeducation.org in 2015. The best way to do that is to give ourselves the best possible chance to sleep. Prepare for sleep. Establish a sleep and wake time. This is a guideline. If you're a night owl, then schedule classes later in the day so you have an uninterrupted block to be able to sleep. Make sure you have a distraction-free zone. Trying to sleep with buzzing or dripping or any noise is difficult. Be sure your sleeping area is cool and dark. You want it below body temperature, but not too cold. And this is based on your own person. It depends on the person. The darker the area, the better. Outside lights or even late summer can make sleeping more difficult. Plan for sleep. Make sure your sleep is planned to give you time for sleep. If you take 30 minutes to get ready for bed, then plan so that you can hit that target time to be in bed. If you read or watch TV, allow that time before you sleep. Try not to watch something that makes you think. It'll awaken your cognitive abilities and keep you awake. Sleep when you're tired. Don't push through with stimulants. It's better to just go to bed and then wake up and finish your task. It's much better for you than taking energy drink to stay awake, than finishing and not being able to sleep. Most people want to live life to the fullest. Some people want to stay awake as much as possible. Have you ever heard of this? We only live once, right? Or I can sleep when I die. Well, those are great sentiments, but in reality, not sleeping enough, we reduce the amount of life that we can live. Health issues could cut 10 years out of your life. Does that matter to you? What about 20? What about 30? Now that we see the solution, let's see the consequences of what happens without a solution. Most accidents occur during the times you would normally be asleep. And in fact, we have diminished capacity in the early morning hours from 2 to 7 a.m. Adding sleep debt to when you work is a recipe for disaster, as shown in a peer-reviewed study in Sleep, an Oxford academic article. So, 3 nuclear power plants had almost nuclear meltdowns. 3 Mile Island, which we've all heard of, one in Ohio and one in California. All 3 of them were because operators were operating on sleep debt. The accidents themselves were caused by people not pushing the right buttons or taking the right precautions. 2 space shuttle incidents, right? So Challenger was one of them. Some of you might remember that. First teacher to go to space. Another one was Columbia. They dumped 18,000 gallons of fuel 5 minutes before launch. They scrubbed that launch 31 seconds before they were set to. So, interview, the lack of sleep or sleep debt can lead to many health concerns. Changes in hormones being cause for many. Fogginess you feel can impair you as you go about work and play, having greater consequences than you may realize. A few simple steps could set you on the right sleep path. This might be the simplest call to action today. Just get more sleep. Plan small. Add 30 minutes to your day. 30 minutes of sleep. Be consistent and slowly increase that as you can. You don't have to be 100%, but work up to at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Who knows what major disaster is next if you don't have enough sleep? Here's one last thought. The amount of sleep you need is 5 minutes more. So just reach out and hit that snooze button. Anybody here need sleep? All right. Well, I am on my way out, and I'm going to sleep.